of here in the Smash World Tour, matches in Toon Link as well. So,
ooh.
But, wow, we got the Corrin hazmat.
Good call, Rod. I think Corrin, it's pronounced J, by the way. Thank you, chat. I mean, hey, if we're mispronouncing anything, please let us know. Happy to correct that on the fly. So we got J on the Corrin going against Echofire, and he's already... Ooh, I love that forward throw into the platform, Rod. That was really good. So far, Echofire coming out swinging.
Yeah, Echofire, I mean, it makes sense. Corrin's such a big body, but there is an aspect of this match, too, that I don't want to forget too much about. Oh, my goodness. I was going to say, what's going to happen if a character like Corrin gets somebody like little old Ness off stage? But honestly, with the way Echofire is playing, we might not even ever see it, at least not on this stock.
Yeah, Jay finally able to attack on some damage. Here we go, too. This is where Corrin's going to have a good time against Ness. Right underneath him. Sharky with the sword. The back air. First stock. Are you kidding me? Jay, what a statement. What a comeback on the stock one, Rod.
I hate to do it to him sometimes, man. The commentary curse is real. But, I mean, in all actuality, with how talented both these two players are, there's going to be a point in time in the match where people are going to start playing to each other's weaknesses. Okay, the triple back air to the off the backboard. Very smart. The high recovery, but unfortunately, off you go into the blast zone with the back throw. Right now, both these two players have to keep this one neck and neck.
Gotta give Echofire a lot of credit there on that second stock. He could have easily thrown it away. That is a long distance. Yeah, Corrin's gonna pin that for free. Double jump still intact. Able to air dodge to the ledge. Good job, Jay. At the ledge now. Rod, we're gonna see him fight his way back to center stage, though.
Yeah, very smart. Not to get too handsy with somebody like Echofire, especially with the way he kicked off that first stock. A couple PK fires to a baseball bat. I mean, it might be one of the oldest Ness combos in the book, but whoa, my goodness. That combo, not quite as old as some of these Ness combos, but it still gets the job done. If you just walk right in a neutral special, you know what is to come of that.
Put the fangs on him right there, too, kicking the stock down. Very nice stuff, man. The way Jay... There's like small little differences in the way that he changes the tempo in this matchup. Waiting for a lot of, trigger options from Echofire, spot dodges, or just movement options. So Jay just doing an amazing job calling those out. But now it's Echofire's turn to talk. Nice job waiting out that air dodge. That's what I'm talking about, Rod.
Oh, and that time he traded a little percent for, it looked like, in the past, you get a couple PK fires and you go for the baseball bat, but looking to get some stage positioning here. Maybe, he wants to apply a little bit of pressure. Back throw should be, yes. And friends out there in the chat, if you don't know anything about grabbing the opponent, just know that once you grab, it's okay to do a couple pummels. Put a little pummel on there.
Especially at those higher percentages, and Ness needed a little bit more damage there, but it's been 2 back throw KOs so far for Echofire, so good job finding those grabs at the right time as Ness. Such an important part of that character's gameplay, so here we go. Jay has to recover off the ledge, finds his way back to center stage, but he's on the platform now. This could be trouble, Rod. Nope, good slip off the platform. That's nice.
Yeah, like that falling up there. Very sneaky stuff, and both players showing each other a lot of respect in the neutral close. I'm seeing a lot of nair out of shield. That's when you know the percents are getting high, or we are on our final stock. Great stuff using your neutral special, keeping him into the corner, not allowing him to go above you or onto that top platform. Has to respect that move.
Has to land now. Great catching the air dodge to the ground with the PK fire. Oh, the boot. Not enough. Off stage, this has been trouble for Echofire. What a forward air, though. Pinging him off the stage. That's how you can turn it around sometimes. Don't forget, when you're at disadvantage, you can turn it to your favor if the opportunity presented itself. Very good awareness by Echofire there in a situation where he had lost stocks before, Rod. That was just really, really good stuff.
Yeah, really just proving that he had a game plan and he knows that it works. He just has to implement it a little bit better. I like the backer utilization there on that first stock. Ness, like I kind of talked about and I kind of spoken into fruition. Ness can't really deal with a lot of that, but sometimes it's okay to let your opponent expend those resources first. Let them show their hand. That's a big part of the neutral. Once they show it, boom, go for the punish.
Yeah, and in that situation, Jay had kind of showed his hand. He's like, I'm going to go off stage. I'm going to end this game kind of one way or the other. Like it was a big commitment there to go off stage like that. Maybe go for some sort of ledge trapping or something instead going forward. But, it's easy to say that in hindsight, of course. But we'll see what he can do now. Okay, we'll see if we get a character change here.
Yes.
I like a possibility. Rod. I think you were onto something with that. I like that. That was last hit. That was good.
Yeah, man. I feel like Corrin, it was just one of those characters we might have wrote off a little bit too early. Then, Cosmos was still rocking the character for a little bit. I think right before this whole online everything started. People were like, this character is rocking and rolling. But, Cosmos, of course, not here in this bracket. We have these two wonderfully talented players on the big stage here at the Smash World Tour. So now here's your chance to put your name in the history books with your character. And I'm a believer in his Corrin. I like what I've seen. Okay, even though you didn't get the job done, the Corrin was still solid.
I just love the pacing of the match, honestly. I mean, the first stock was looking so bad for Jay, and then he just happened to turn it around. I think he took that first stock at around 70%, 74 with that back air, something like that. So just goes to show you, Rod, you can never give up on a stock, and you can never give up on a game either, because Echofire would have been easy to be like, man, after that first stock, I'm not really feeling this. I lost all that momentum. Now I have to fight against, you know, Corrin by being down a stock. It just seems like a lot for Ness to deal with. But Echofire did an amazing job there, especially with his offstage play in terms of when he had to recover. If you're not doing that well against Corrin as Ness, you're just going to be dropping stocks very quickly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, left and right. And not only just not giving up on the game, just not giving up on the character in general. I mean, you know, like I mentioned briefly before, you know, still proving that, you know, Corrin can get it done, you know, despite what the character statistical matchups might be. You know, when you see a character that long versus Ness, you know what to do. But I hold up a minute here, Hazmat. Do my eyes, did they deceive me?
This is certainly not the counter pick I expected, but it is on the screen, Rod, so we're going to have to talk about it. It's going to be Smashville too. Okay, going all the way with the biggest counter pick I think I've seen all year, switching off of Corrin in the last stock, last hit situation, all the way to Incineroar. This is going to be interesting, Rod. Maybe there's something he likes in Echofire's play that he thinks he can counter with Incineroar, but we're going to have to see what he comes up with here. I want to see some creativity.
Yeah, this wasn't on the head-to-head. I need to get Gimmer on the phone ASAP. I didn't even know there was an Incineroar to be played, but I'm happy it's going down here. Not a lot of room to work with here, and that's kind of the double-edged sword in fighting against a character like Incineroar. I mean, on one end of the aspect, you know, you want to keep this character out, but then it's like, you know, I also don't want to play the long game too much. And a good Incineroar knows that they don't have projectiles, so they're going to have to figure out a way to play long and then try to get back in and put the hands on you.
Oh, nice job with that up smash, but it just barely doesn't kill up the top. Here we go. Looking for the side B, catches him rolling away, goes for, I think they were going for the DI mix-up, or he missed the timing, but either way, Ness is living. Looking for the side B again, a Lowland whip does whip, and Echofire gets a stock on top of it.
I see what you did there, the Lowland whiff. I see you, Hazmat. I liked it, man. Yeah, and even despite the percent differences, you still got to show Incineroar a lot of respect at the ledge. You know what I mean? No Corrin, of course, but definitely has the tools necessary to make Ness's life a living hell off stage. Oh, no.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit too much respect. Usually we wait to get hit first before we die, but that works as well.
Echofire's not out of this. Like, despite that SD, he's going with the PK Fire game plan. Projectile has good lag on it, though. Good two-frame there with the down tilt. I kind of like the way that Jay is playing more at the ledge in this matchup. I mean, obviously going off stage against Ness is strong, but also having good ledge trapping and keeping your feet on stage is also a good option, especially with Incineroar versus Corrin. Like, that's just going to be where your gameplay is going to focus, so...
Yeah, I like the empty jump at the ledge here from Jay. I mean, you know, getting Ness off stage. Of course, you know, like you mentioned, Incineroar's not really going to go too deep. I mean, he can do certainly some things if he can read it in time. But, you know, if you jump off stage really quick, force them to jump high, or maybe, you know, expend a resource too early, wait for them to come back to the ledge, he has a lot of great options that can catch you, man, especially that down smash.
That, and Incineroar does have a lead, so he could go for one of those crazy up B, you know, SDs himself that takes your stock as well. There's a lot that can happen here with Incineroar with Rage, too. Rage in a stock lead, he doesn't have to play super. There's a back air. That's going to be it, Rod.
Yeah.
I was going to say a two-stock victory, but, I mean, there's an air dodge that was buffered for a quick SD. So that game, if I'm Echofire, I'm like, all right, well, he got me on Smashville with Incineroar, but I SD'd, so I'm still feeling okay about this matchup, or I should be feeling good about it. But
yeah,
Incineroar putting a game on the board.
And putting the game on the board. I know the Incineroar Discord is going crazy right now. And yeah, you know, you caught him at the ledge. You caught him, not in 4K, but at least in 1080p. It's such an unfortunate SD, man, because, like, you know, it's already hard enough, you know, in the thick of the moment trying to recover gracefully with characters like Ness and Lucas. Maybe more Ness, you know, than Lucas. I know his PK Thunder stays a little closer to his body, but still, man, it's like, man. And then, you know, the directional air dodge. It's tough to see, man, on a stage like this, but if I know anything, man, I know that both these two are definitely going to bring it here for this next game. That last game, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, but I know it's about to go down here.
And in terms of Ness recovering, if he's forced to go to the ledge, Jay is definitely confident going for that down tilt to two-frame him in terms of the air dodge. And if Ness is forced to PK Thunder himself at the ledge, I feel like we're going to see an Incineroar counter come out, which will super power him up and cut the distance of Ness's recovery down. So it's just, again, I mean, Ness's recovery, you know, it's always going to be a factor whenever he's on the stage playing. So just something to be aware of. And I don't know, Jay with the craziest counter pick, it worked out in a big way for him, though. I want to see him keep the momentum. If I'm Echofire, I'm just thinking, you know what, buffer and SC, that's too bad, but now I get to work with my counter pick. Let's get some of that momentum back here in game 3.
Yeah, let's see how this one unfolds here, friends. Who would have thought Incineroar would be the one to do it? But I guess like in an online format, it almost makes sense. I mean, Incineroar is already frightening to deal with. You add a little bit of lag to the situation. You know, you have to be kind of precise when beating up Incineroar because you don't want to trade buttons with him. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, he's the character too that like he kind of thrives on like I feel like he does a lot of mental damage when he hits you too. Like you feel like you shouldn't get hit by the stuff that he does, but you just kind of do sometimes. And the air to air looks pretty decent for him as well. Nair, up air obviously is a huge hitbox. Forward air, a lot of good aerials on Incineroar, but getting picked off the air himself there. Got to get out of the corner against Ness.
Really tough right here. Got a lot of space to work with. I mean, this could obviously hurt him, but it could also kind of aid him at the same time. Good get off me move, like the furry lariat, back up.
The up tilt, good movement there from Echofire, avoiding a little more damage. Oh, that was an ambitious low, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Put a lot on the line there, but the great thing about it is, like, obviously the percents aren't too high, but, you know, you brought up a really good point in the beginning of this match, excuse me. You talked about, like, the whole counter aspect and how that kind of changes a matchup just for a short period of time while he has revenge. Like, I would imagine that, you know, all these PK fires that are being tossed out, you know, he would just kind of walk up and eat one because he's throwing them at such a far distance away from himself that he has time to get there and down it.
Okay, PK fire again to catch the air dodge away. That's what I feel like Echofire is so good at that. He's so good at catching landings with Ness, so. Okay, air dodge, tricky stuff, moving around the platform. Juke him out for the up smash. Very active, going to KO off the top two, just barely though.
Yeah. And that's just how you, you know, sometimes switch your mind at the last second. I mean, you know you have the tools to go off stage and, you know, really stick it to Incineroar. But wow, speaking of getting stuck, there's the tilt right here, man. Jay looking pretty good. Oh my goodness, looking even better right now that he's even these stocks up.
I think Echofire thought he could still float to the ledge right there, but either way, I mean, that's not a great trade for him, dropping his stock, only getting 14%-ish off of it, so see what they can do here. It's been a lot of this route is feeling each other out, like, away from center stage, like, kind of fighting for that perfect center stage spot and then applying aerial pressure. Both these players did a great job at that, but here comes Echofire, good combo. Nice job baiting up the revenge. Couldn't get the punish, though.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about, too. And, you know, to kind of add to your point about them fighting really well up close, I mean, you feel like, you know, in the character like Incineroar, that's almost in his repertoire. Like, he has to be able to fight you up close, you know, bait out an air dodge, go for a down tilt, see what you're going to do before he goes for the follow-up. But Ness can kind of toss it down, too, man. I mean, you know, people get really caught up in, like, the PK Thunder and the PK Fire stuff, but his buttons on shield are ridiculous. And then here's that back here right now.
The confidence there. Jay doing a great job mixing up the recoveries. Getting tricky with the up B, I feel like it's so important with Incineroar, and knowing when you can Alolan whip a little bit closer and be safer. Ness would have to super hard commit to call that out at that distance, but here we go. He's going to do it right there. Forward air. Good positioning from Echofire, taking that stock down rod. Now, here's the problem is you're on Kalos, and you got to go and catch Ness, who has a stock lead. He's going to shoot a lot of PK fires down at you.
Yeah, now you have to really ask yourself, do I go for the fear tactics? I mean, do I try to, you know, eat some of this and counter and try to use it against him? Or do I have to continuously keep playing his game? Which is already, you know, not serving him well here. There's, walks the dog on him right at the ledge. There's the down smash. He should, yes, have enough gas left in the tank to make it back up. For how much longer is the real question here. Historically in this match, he has not done very well at the ledge. Oh!
Make it back, burned his jump early, but mixing it up again with the up B. There gets up. Again, reaching around, looking for the neutral beat too, trying to catch him out of the air, but I think Echofire's done an amazing job of just kind of dancing around Incineroar in the air. I think rising up air out of shield would be a useful tool for Jay to look for a little bit more. Even, like, it's just I feel like it just might work a little better in the way that Ness approaches around your shield and the way he's kind of dancing on him right now. Up air just has a ridiculously big hitbox, comes out pretty fast. Like, it just could be a good option for him. But either way, Echofire going up 2-1. Rod, who knows what character Jay's going to pull out next? It was a Corrin into an Incineroar counterpick I've literally never seen in my life until today. So Smash World Tour, baby. You never know what you're going to get.
That's why we're bringing out the best in the business, man. Big shout out to everybody who had a helping hand in this. And shout out to these two players here for putting on a great show. Yeah, the Incineroar was definitely getting the job done. But, you know, there's just a couple of those interactions. You know, I say, you know, you don't really want to trade with Incineroar, but like I could almost argue that maybe Incineroar doesn't want to trade with Ness there. Not so much for the sake of damage because, you know, I think, you know, Incineroar is certainly a powerhouse within his own. But I just think of a lot of what Ness does in some of these later percents. If they don't KO you, they certainly throw you way off stage. And Jay just had a really hard time getting back up at the ledge, you know, either rolling right into PK Fire or getting his jump caught off the platforms, because Kalos is just one of those stages that really breeds the Yeah, jump, bro. Get on these platforms. You're safe. Only for Ness to be like, you're not safe. You know what I mean? So
right, yeah, absolutely, man. So last time both these characters stepped out of the arena, the digital arena there, and went off to the sideline, and Incineroar and Smashville popped up, which was pretty insane. And now we're going to see what Jay is going to come up with in the counter pick again. Coming into Game 4, Rod. Very, very important Game 4 here. Jay potentially losing this qualifier match, and Echofire potentially securing a spot, moving on to the next round of the bracket. Guaranteed, which is really, really big deal here for the Smash World Tour.
Most definitely. I mean, Hazmat, let's just be honest, this is where champions are made. You know what I mean? Like, the pressure's on, so you're down in the set. We have seen in our days, we've commentated a lot of tournaments together. We've seen turnarounds happen from here. You're down 2-1, the next thing, you just get that power up boost. I don't know what it is. I don't know how you would power yourself up when you're fighting from the comfort of your home. Usually at an event, you got the crowd to amp you up, but you got to get yourself hyped. So I'm excited to see what Jay's going to bring here. I mean, I'm already happy at what has already been brought. The character variety has certainly been something to marvel at, but I want to see what's going to happen here.
You talk about this is where legends are born. There's literally, Game 4 MK Leo. Like that's straight up a thing. It's either, win this game or go home is basically where you really need to prove out. So I think that Jay's taking his time, thinking about it a little bit, thinking about what his next play is. Take your time. I feel like not enough players do that, honestly. They don't take their time in between matches, especially if you're someone who has a ton of characters like Jay does, apparently. I don't think the Incineroar was even listed on the sheet. He was listed as a Palu main, expected to play Palutena. Led with the Corrin. Honestly, Rod, I kind of want to see the Corrin again. I don't know what the bans were or what stages are available to him, but if I'm Echofire, I'm banning against the Corrin and kind of letting him go Incineroar again.
Right.
And then preparing for the worst there.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I like that you brought up the whole idea behind like just kind of cooling your jets and waiting till you get everything in line for yourself. Because sometimes your opponent just has a lot of momentum too. Like, let them cool off for just a hot second. I mean, you'll be surprised what a minute or two will do to the opponent's mental if they don't, if those fingers aren't warm, if they can't just jump right in and press buttons on you again. So, no harm in that, especially for a character like Ness. Ness gets kind of button happy sometimes, especially online. So definitely let your opponent cool off so you can figure something out for yourself.
Yeah, and I mean, Echofire, as his name would imply, is playing super hot right now. Barely stealing away that game one, I think, was just such a big deal. I think that just really, kind of changed the course of this match in the favor of Echofire for sure. So we'll see here, though. Wait, what's going on, chat? You guys are having a good day, enjoying the Smash World Tour action that we have coming here. A lot on the line for these players, especially in Game 4, as Rod and I have been talking about.
Yeah, I mean, of course, as always, I can't stress how important this is enough. I know Logic and J-Dog talked about like the tournaments, the majority of them being in our backyard, but honestly, I've been pretty much everywhere in the United States that you can for Smash, and even most places in Canada. Of course, North America, very lovely, but I want to see other areas of the world, because I feel like Smash is such a beautiful and such a big game that all the great players can't just live in the United States. So big shout out to the team for making something like this, so I can see players like Echofire, and Jay tossed down like this, because we would not have been able to get this in any other aspect. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I was wondering, I'm just trying to check the Discord, seeing what's going on. I think he is just really taking his time with his pick here, figuring out where he wants to go. Nothing wrong with that.
No, and we've seen that historically, man. Like, I remember even watching like Genesis back in the day, and just, you know what, man, like, I know the TOs and like, the stream runners are just like, oh my God, what is going on here? I'm saying, they're waiting, but this is a really big part of the neutral. Like, sometimes the neutral is more than just buttons being pressed on the controller. Like, dude, sometimes you got to get that good song on the playlist. I don't know who you got to throw on, throw some little Dirk on, throw somebody on, get yourself hyped, get yourself back into it mentally. Like me personally, I like to play Smash to a little Mozart, a little Beethoven, but some people like the hype stuff. But I mean, when you're at home, you could really be playing or doing it however which way you want to do it, as long as, of course, you're LAN adaptered in. That's all we care about. So right. I'm excited, man. I mean, I know just looking at the secondaries, that in itself, I mean, both of their mains, strong characters. Palutena and Ness, we've seen enough of that in our day. We know how those characters get down, and we know how if they're piloted by the right people, they are very tough characters to go against. But these secondaries, for me, are the big head scratchers, but head scratcher in a good way, because I'm like, yo, Dark Pit? Like, how often do we get to see Dark Pit played at this level? Like, you might be onto something here with these secondaries. Incineroar, bro, come on.
Only last weekend, right? In the Australia qualifier, we saw Dark Pit Ditto actually in winners finals, which was pretty insane itself. So I don't know if those characters are becoming more popular or not. I feel like people have always liked them. Oh, wait, we have motion. It's a Meta Knight. Okay. I think I like it. I think I'm a fan. I got to see what Jay does with it. I think, let me see what stage we go to too. Let's take a look here. But Jay certainly took his time with this pick. Respectable. Now let's see what he can do to make it count. Jay against Echofire, game 4. Rod, we got Ness versus Meta Knight coming into town and city. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about this. You know, not because I don't trust into the Meta Knight. Meta Knight is a formidable character on and offline. But I just think, you know, you traded a little bit of power, you know what I'm saying, for some combo potential, which is great. But in those last second moments when you're looking for KOs, you're looking for, you know, kills, I'm like, ooh, like Meta Knight, he needs a setup, you know what I'm saying, where Ness is like, all I gotta do is just back throw you, homie. So I'm curious to see how this is gonna play out.
I think a lot of it too, and again, obviously it's going to come to the offstage. Meta Knight's back air is just a demon offstage, and I can see a character like Ness having a hard time dealing with that. But Jay has to get Echofire offstage first. That's gonna be another thing too. Online, hitting these Meta Knight ladders is pretty tight timing, and if you mess them up, you're going to get knocked away by probably a Ness nair. He can double jump too. Well, I don't think he'd want to double jump, but he can nair basically and combo break his way out of it if you aren't airtight with your confirm. So.
Yeah. I mean, and if there was ever a time right here, you know, for, you know, Jay to really turn this around, it's certainly now, especially since the platforms are so far away here from the stage. You know, get Ness off his feet. Don't give him the luxury. Not saying that Ness really needs a luxury on landing because his jumps are so great. His air mobility is great. Oh my goodness. But what's even better than his air mobility is that daggone back throw. Great stuff right here for Echofire.
Yeah, we called it out before. I mean, these grabs have just been merciless. He's hitting them he's hit grab KO, I believe, in every single game so far. If not, it's really close. It's a classic win condition for Ness himself, and I got to give Echofire a lot of credit for setting up into it well, too. A lot of good uses of his aerials to force Jay into shielding.
Oh, what the? Wait a minute. What is? Wait a second.
I don't know if he was just trying to get some damage, just mess up. I feel like he just messed up the angle, maybe got nervous because Meta Knight was right in his face, but this is where Meta Knight wants to be. Right off stage, good pressure. The platform was there, though. That was good timing for this transformation for Echofire. Getting his Tommy Persetti on there, charging the baseball bat, cracking the ankles.
That's right, swinging for the fences, what you got to do. Oh, yeah, he got the heck out of there, you know what I'm saying? You definitely don't want to get back thrown anymore. At 86%, maybe not enough to get the stock taken, but certainly some mental damage, too. You know, we talked about Incineroar with the mental game and just the pressure that character applies, but Ness is definitely amongst those characters as well that, you know, one back throw, PK fire, forward smash, like, that does something to the brain.
Off stage again. Let's see what the option is here. Okay, I like that. I like that coverage there from Echofire. He retreated towards center stage. It was like, if you want to land and put your feet on the stage, I'm going to be right here. I'd rather force you to go to the ledge and then try to ledge trap you. It's just good positioning too, which I think is like what Echofire is kind of strongest at. But now he's off stage, covering himself with a PK fire, though. He's been so good in the defensive while off stage. This could be it, though.
Oh my goodness, wait. Easy come, easy go, but can't he? Oh no, not like this. And I was just getting ready to say, you know, Jay has been doing so well, but the problem that I was seeing was like, you know, Meta Knight gets a lot also off of playing defensive. Just run up, shield, wait for your opponent to do something, boom, you press a button out of shield. It's usually faster than most of the other characters in the game, but, you know, it almost isn't really working out in his favor because once your percent gets too high, you got to worry about Ness and that back throw. But man, the off-stage gameplay has, Matt. You've spoken into reality, and there it was.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be the play here for sure. I got to say, I feel like Echofire got robbed there, too. I can't believe the second attempt did not snap the ledge, but it is what it is, and we're coming down to a last stock situation, Rod. PK Fire's going to connect, but there's not going to be any real follow-up. Jay, okay. He's had a lot of success with that jab, actually. What a parry. Just ready for the last hit right there. I don't know if he was just trying to get out of the way anyway, and it just, like, coincidentally worked out, but either way, good parry. Yeah. Echofire showing a lot of life here, but now he's off stage again. Jay been very deadly. Instant air dodge, I like that. You keep your double jump, which is so good for Ness. Make his way back to the stage. See if Jay can catch him off stage next time, Rob.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. There's a forward air. Oh, the platform saving his life, but I feel like in a parallel universe, that platform also just got himself killed. So great thing for him that it kind of worked out in his favor this time. And both players really trying to fill each other out. He's been getting so much off of that PK fire, and I get it. That move's such a demon to work against. But speaking of being a demon, good Lord, Jay with the turnaround hazmat. I talked about it. I spoke it into reality. I didn't mean to, but yet here we are. It's 2-2 right now. Is this the turnaround he needs to get victory on his side?
Yeah, and we were talking about that jab, Rob. He was going for it a lot, and I think like a good thing about that jab is if it trades, especially against someone like Ness, it just has enough knockback to send him off stage. So that's exactly what Jay was looking for, especially at the ledge. It's so good. It took the jump, it did the job perfectly. So Jay was looking for that jab a couple times, found the perfect one at the edge to close that one out. I loved it, and the offstage play is just gonna be huge, especially on town. The blast zone's that close to the ledge. It's just you know, Meta Knight could probably kill you like 20 or something with a back air that close to the blast zone. So either way, amazing job there by Jay. You can see the confidence in the way that he works with this character. Another good thing is we were complimenting how Echofire does a really good job trapping players while they're trying to land out of the disadvantage. Meta Knight has so many jumps. He has dimensional cape, which does not have a lot of end lag when you land with it. He's a lot of ways to help him land out of the disadvantage too, which I think really helped out Jay in that situation.
Yeah, most definitely, because I don't want to say he got away with a lot, but I mean, it's just Ness versus Incineroar. Like, you're going to get caught at the ledge sooner or later. Like, a Ness that's letting you recover for free every time is a Ness that's just not playing the matchup properly. So, big shout out to Echofire and how he handled Jay's Incineroar. But, yeah, you know, Meta Knight, I was worried. You know, I'm not going to lie. You know, you traded a little bit of power, you know what I'm saying? And it looked like in those last matches, he didn't really have any struggles in terms of cleaning up stocks. I mean, when you play a character like Corrin and Incineroar, you know, if there's going to be a healthy part of the match where we're going back and forth in the neutral, but my options for taking stocks at the end, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not second to very many. So Meta Knight on the opposite end, you know, you need a setup. You need that one hit to turn it into many hits. But after looking at how patient he was playing, like, you know, just playing out of shield, waiting for Echofire to press a button first, like, I get it now. Like, I understand the Meta Knight, and hopefully we see it again here.
Yeah, and a big thing that we talked about too is that Echofire keeps finding KOs with grabs, and Meta Knight naturally is a character that can spend more time in the air, and if you're in the air, you can't get grabbed. It's a good way to kind of avoid that confirm as well. Scary part is, of course, that Ness has some really good aerials. CASO your jump with an up in, you're DIing the wrong way, you can die very early, but for the most part, it's working out for Jay. Again, we're seeing a situation, Rod, where a game went down to last stock, last hit, and Jay is contemplating his life over there. The Meta Knight just worked. I feel like you leave your character selector where it is and you keep riding with the character that just got you the win. The only thing I would also accept, even though I don't think you should do it, is the Corrin. I think the Corrin was great. I think depending on what stage is there, Jay is clearly a very thoughtful player, and he cares very much about winning this Game 5, Rod.
Yeah, he most definitely does, and I don't blame him, of course, with just what's on the line right now. I mean, I think it's something that even stems deeper than just actual money. There's bragging rights, you know what I'm saying? I'm playing against my region of the world too, you know what I'm saying? So you're putting a lot onto the table here, but you know, regardless, you know, we're back onto the Meta Knight again. I understand the pick, but I think this time it's really going to matter on what stage we go to. I mean, I feel like even though Echofire did lose that match, it wasn't like a landslide. It was definitely back and forth, but it looks like we're on small battlefield here.
Yep, I know that Nesses, you know, in general enjoy this platform layout, whether it's PS2 or if it's small battlefield. They can jump and shoot their, PK fires down towards center stage and retreat to the platform. Look how he's just controlling center stage. I like it a lot. How do you call that roll? That was so good. The dash attack was so committal. He knew a roll was coming there for sure.
Yeah, Meta Knight's one of those characters where they're gonna roll a lot. You know, Meta Knight, the Min-Mins, you know what I'm saying? If they can't reset the neutral the way they want to, they're just gonna get the heck out of there. Oh my God, speaking of get the heck out, man, you gotta make sure you get back on stage as properly as possible versus Meta Knight. That back air, you know, it's I mean, what doesn't it do for Meta Knight, man? Combos, KOs, it does all types of stuff.
It's really good, Rod, for sure. And something that's been, we're seeing more dimensional cape here. It was something that we talked about during the break in between the two games. Just going to be an exceptional tool to move her. What's the play? Yep, okay, just take the grab. I like it. Don't try to get too crazy with the punish. But that trade, not good for Meta Knight. Still living. Jay has to return to the stage. Nice job with the dimensional cape again. I'm telling you, great tool.
Yeah, most definitely. That's what I was talking about. You see how he just kind of ran up, didn't just run up and shield that time. Obviously not wanting to risk maybe him pressing a button a little bit too late out of shield and trading at that percent. Kind of just walked in, walked out just to see what he can get. Playing more for positional advantage, not really looking for immediate and hefty KO options. And then, wow, my goodness, just jumps right off stage with the corridor and keeps this thing close. But this time, though, yes, it is close, but he's going to have to figure out how to get a lead here because Echofire has just been kind of leading in the neutral.
Yeah, again, we're seeing a lot of consistency with the offstage play from Jay. I love it, man. The aggression. Meta Knight's looking clean, but he still needs to take 2 more stocks in order to take down this game 5. It's looking good so far. Something I like is the way that Jay deals with PK Fire. Sometimes, you know, he'll shield it, and then he'll run in. Sometimes he'll shield it and back off, just like that. Exactly. And then he'll say, you know what? I know you're expecting me to run in. I don't want to get caught by something. And that's just playing some good Meta Knight grounded neutral. So, like that stuff from Jay. He is getting caught, though. Mashing really hard. Getting a side B by accident. Uh-oh, he's almost out of jumps here, too.
Uh-oh, PK Cross. He should shield. Wait a minute. You were supposed to... What was he trying to do there?
Did he grab by accident? It looked like a grab came out, which was weird. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to shield and came out late, but either way, the work is cut out for him now. Nice little combo to get something started, but might be too little too late, Rod.
And Ness is another one of those characters like Snake, man, where, like, you know, once they get that lead, they become one of the best characters. I mean, they're already one of the best characters in the game, but they just become that much more tough to fight because now you got to really play around what it is they're tossing out. That defensive gameplay that I just kind of want to stay back into the cut and let you press a button first. Not going to work quite as much. Great footwork trying to catch the PK Fire.
Rod, I don't want to see Jay go away from this game plan that he's had. Still playing patient neutral off stage. It's going to be a Nair. Very nice stuff. Mixed up with the timing, too. Nice stuff, man. He's gotten a couple fares off stage. Good to see the Nair make an appearance and maybe the clutchest one of the night so far, Rod. Game 5 last stock. Qualifying match. Smash World Tour, baby. It doesn't get any better than this.
No, it does not. I'm like, okay. Very clean combos, not going for anything too crazy. Maybe a little overzealous with the up airs, but it's still great pressure. There's the PK Fire. He said, yeah, I got to get out of here. Sometimes you just got to, sometimes you just don't get a comfortable reset. Sometimes you to the other side of the screen and get out of the way, man.
Okay, up air, that's what I'm talking about. You got to be careful jumping around Ness. That up air does have good reach on the sides, too. Careful with that. Got to recover here now. Neutral B from Ness. Trying to force the recovery. Nice. Oh, it is after that. Yeah, it's a good fake out.
Okay, holding shield, air dodging because he knows the back air is coming, but no back air needed. The back throw is what gets it done. Goodness. Big shout out to Echofire, man. Just keeping it airtight, man, on a lot of those combo conversions. I gotta say, you know, I like Jay's Meta Knight in this game. I liked it a little bit better in the last one, but it still got the job done. And there's the head-to-head one more time. Jay, traditionally a Palutena main, but the secondary was Corrin, Cloud, and Meta Knight. So it looks like he's into swords or just people who hold things in their hand, but instead gave us an Incineroar one match. I was kind of rocking with it.
Yeah, I really like the Incineroar. I love the Corrin, and I thought the Meta Knight was great too. I think we would have seen a little more Meta Knight